We're on a giggly tonight, aren't we, everyone?
No,
We're always looking good. Oh, wella. Oh,
What was that?
I don't know why you're there. Jim keeps fucking this up. Hello. You know when you look at where you should be and you're like, oh my God, I'm not there. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Gets My Goat. Welcome. My name's Keris Nelms. I missed you last week. I hope you had a good time. I hope my back. Not shit. I'm still in the Cotswolds, which is fabulous. We've got the fantastic Danny Postdale back with us. Hiya, Danny.
Hiya, you all right, Keris?
Yeah, you all right?
Yeah, good.
Remind everybody where you are in the UK.
I'm in a lovely place called Hartlepool.
That's not lovely. You keep lying every week. We got the fantastic Esther Manito back with us. Hiya, Esther. You all right?
Hi, Keris. I'm so glad you're back because last week it's really stressful hosting the show. They all just talk over me. They realised I had no authority, so they're all just like, yeah, anyway, fuck her. And I was like,
oh my God, what?
It was
Sorry
a free
about that. I thought they played nice, but remind everybody where you are in the UK.
I'm in East London.
Fabulous. Then we got the fantastic Dee Maxwell back with us. Hiya, Dee.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm all right, my love. Remind everybody where you are.
North Ayrshire.
North Ayrshire. I like this because people keep thinking me and Dee ring each other and go, should we dye our hair? Because we just happen to do it at the same time. So this is Gets My Goat, a show that gets people chatting about things that gets on their nerves. So if you've got anything that gets on your tits, just message us live. Jim will put them across the bottom and we'll read out the comments as soon as we can. But all you can do for us mainly is share the link. That would be lovely so we can get more viewers. You can also donate if you happen to have any spare cashola. We're going to go straight on with one of Dee's. Dee, what pisses you off this week? You've got people who say, I am not funny. Does this happen a lot, Dee?
No, it doesn't. And when people do it, I'm thinking, are you smoking crack, mate?
So it's people that have watched you.
Possibly sit for me for 5 minutes and no think I'm funny.
This is what I love about Dee, but absolute confidence. So it's somebody that's watched you and they come up and go, you're not funny. Do they say women are not funny or you're not funny or...
One of them said women are not funny and the guy that said you're not funny had a small penis. So I think that's why he said I wasn't funny because I laughed at his dick. But did the other guy...
I don't know why Danny
said I wasn't funny. He liked my softer side. He liked my softer side because he didn't find me that funny. So that was like, get out my bed, get your taxi, fuck off.
Right. That's how you know you had a small penis.
I was like, what gig has he been to where men are getting their penises out while they tell you that you're not funny? Tell me where these gigs are, please. Esther, have you ever come across this problem where a man's come up to you at a gig and got his penis out and told you you're not funny?
No, a man hasn't come out over and or come generally, but not very good at that. In fact, I make them laugh more than come, which is why I had to give up my career in prostitution. But I've had more women come up and say, I've had women come up to me and go, I don't normally like a female comedian because all they do is slag off men, but you were all right. And I was like, have you not just heard what I've stood on stage and said? Because all I've done is slag off men, mainly my husband, just one man.
I like this. No penis combos, please. I need to eat my dinner. What you having, Michelle? Sausage? I like that.
Dinner before this show starts. Do you know what I mean? It's getting worse every week.
Why won't you tell Melanie, Dee, what your hair colour is?
Because my old hairdresser used to do my hair wild, mad. I'd get it shaved, have colours, and then I'd watch half of the fucking town with the same hairdo. I'm not telling you the colour of Melanie's right.
There you go, Melanie. The women aren't funny bit, we get this a lot, and it always annoys me because I've always thought about this. If women and men swapped their sets one night, so a man and a woman, say if me and Danny were on somewhere, Danny did all my jokes, I did all his jokes. Yeah, thank you. No, well, Parable's good. They'd still come up to you and say you're not funny, even though if they watched Danny doing the set, they'd find him funny. If you did Danny's set, they wouldn't find you funny. Fish cakes and wedges. Oh, hello. Not a sausage. That is for supper. Don't you think? Danny, have you ever had this?
Oh, yeah. Fucking hell. The best one, it was a friend of mine. Someone went up to him and just went, "You're not funny." And funnily enough, it was a girl. It was roles reversed. And he went, "Well, you're not attractive." She went, "That's a bit fucking personal." He was like, "Well, it's personal what you're saying to me. Fuck off. I'm a comedian." Do you know what I mean? I just thought, why do people feel the need to go out and out the way? It's just fucking rude.
Yeah.
People like that are so negative, and there's no point having them.
It's when people think they're saying something complimentary, but it's actually really insulting. Like,
oh yeah,
they come up
to you after and they say, "Well, you're done well there, mate." What, like it was me fucking first time? Do you know what I mean? Fuck off.
Oh, can I give you some pointers? I got a joke you can use. Yeah, no, it doesn't really. Hello, Linda. Don't really work like that. I like this. We are going. I don't know what the fuck I was going to say then. It was something Danny said. Danny, what were you talking about?
I was talking about a friend of mine. Someone went up to him and says, "You're not funny."
Men,
and a friend of his. A friend of his.
This is what's getting on my goat is the changing star signs. I don't think you can get us started on that, Margaret. That's horrific. This is it. We do our jobs. We know as comedians that not everybody's going to like us. Like, I don't go into every room going, "Oh yeah, everybody's going to like me." Some people must sit there and go, "What?" But there's going to be somebody in that room that's like, "What is this rough piece of shit doing in front of me?"
They can leave.
But no, not to me. I mean, D's rougher. Anyway, right, we're going to move on. If you're watching live, please share the link. You can join in live, get your comments in. We'll read them out. What gets my goat is people who always have to go one better than you. Doesn't matter what. I love this. Doesn't matter what it is. If you've been to Tenerife, they've been to 11 Tenerife. I like that. If you've got a 4-head, they've got a 5-head. We're going to go on, share the link so we can get more viewers, but join in live and we'll read out your comments as soon as we can. You can also donate. We're going to go on to one of Danny's. Danny, what don't you like about sensible people?
I get the fact that people are sensible, right? But I don't like it when people are too sensible. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're out in the pub and people are like, "What do you want? Do you want a drink? Do you want a drink? Do you want a drink?" "Oh, I'll have a coffee. I've got to drive in 3 weeks." Do you know what I mean? I'm like,
I can't imagine you've got any friends that say that.
For fuck's sake. Do you know what I mean? Like, just have a drink. Like, those people who are just, I wouldn't even say they're sensible. I think they just they spend their life just walking on eggshells,
Is so I take it you're not sensible in any way, shape, or form?
Absolutely not. It's boring.
Is Amy sensible? Is Amy sensible?
Oh yeah, you need one sensible person in the relationship.
Oh, here we go then.
It needs to balance out,
Esther, which is the sensible one in yours?
No, I'm married to the most sensible person. He is so sensible to the point where it's like he's a cardboard cutout of a man. That's how sensible he is. I know. He's sat here giving me the middle finger.
I can't wait. I can't wait to meet him. He sounds like such a catch. So what are you in relation to him? Kind of daredevil, winging it, flying by the seat of your pants?
No, I'm not a daredevil or anything like that, but I'm not somebody who, like, if you're going to have a drink, relax, have a good time. But somebody who's like, oh, and I don't like it when somebody monitors. If you're not going to drink, that's fine, but don't monitor how much I'm drinking. That pisses me off. When they're like, oh, it's, ballet in the morning, whatever, and you're out with the mums, and you're just like, I don't give a shit. If you want to be sober and not have a good time, that's fine.
Yeah.
If I'm drinking,
so drag me down to your level. We had Victoria just then saying, Dan, I love me a bald man. Danny?
I love me a bald man. Well, she's got very good taste, hasn't she, clearly?
Well, obviously. I like John as well. I think he's going
bring your husband on camera. You as well. Away from me then, do you know what I mean?
Michelle, sensible is my man, but a bottle of wine, his senses go out the window. I like that. D, you don't seem like a sensible kind of person.
I just went and got a pop today.
A what?
A pup.
Oh, can we
A
see?
dog.
Oh,
Is that a dog?
Astra, she's up the stairs. I'll send a wee video. I'll send a wee video into group chat. I was having a bad day. My friend had pups. He says, "Do you want one?" I went, "Yes." I am not in the slightest bit sensible. I now have 3 dogs.
Can I clarify? You're talking about dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine, sure.
What is it?
That was all
It's a wee blue staffy.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you say that correctly? Yeah. Dee.
Ma has a mask. His
Blue
shopping face
staffy.
mask. No idea. Dee, do you know what that meant?
What?
Put Lisa's back up. Put Lisa's back up. Jim.
Ma has mask as my shopping face mask for Tesco. There's a picture
No
of
idea.
him with that mask.
I like the gas mask she's got on in the profile photo.
It's
So
my shopping face mask for Tesco.
on the scale of being not sensible, hang on. Oh my god, I have 3. My third is 8 months old.
No, my mum used to fear for me when I had children. She used to fear and say to me that I don't know how you're going to cope, because there's a type of person that just went like that. I'm not going out. 2 minutes later, where you going? Acapulco for 5 days on a bicycle.
See, I think I'm quite sensible, but I have actually got 5 dogs, but only 1 child, so that kind of balances out slightly. I mean, when I used to get drunk, I've had a conversation recently where we were talking about stuff we used to do when we were younger, when we were drunk, and fuck me, I did a lot of shit that I shouldn't have done. And looking back now, I'm like, why would I have done that? I would never even think about doing it. I'm more sensible now, which is quite upsetting, but I think that's because of age, and I can't move, and I can't drink, and I can't do the shit I used to be able to do. So I'm a little bit sensible.
No, I went into Primark today, and because I was bored, everybody talking about masks and talking about masks, I put a pair of stockings over my head and told them it was a hold up.
Right, Dee. Sorry, can we just settle something, right? I also call it Primark, and I believe other people call it Primark. What is it? Is it Primark or is Primark?
It's meant to be Primark, but it's Primark in my world.
Oh, it's Primarni down in Bristol. I like that. Esther, we're going to go on to one of yours. If you're watching at home, please join in with your live comments. It's lovely to see all your comments coming in. I'll read them out as soon as I can. You can also share the link, which would be fantastic for us, or donate. Esther, tell me what pisses you off about people that talk to you through their kids. Now, how old are your kids? They're quite young, aren't they? Ish.
Yeah, mine are little, but it's like, you know, when people, so for example, if you go around to someone's house and you're like, do you want me to take my shoes off? And then they're holding their baby or something, and they'll be like, oh yes, because we don't wear shoes in this house, do we? No, mummy doesn't like it if we wear shoes in this house. And you're just like, just talk to me like 2 adults, and don't talk to me through your fucking puppet child. So that does my head in.
Have you got many friends, Esther?
Yeah, you, Keris, you're my best friend.
Hang on, let's read this. Do you know what boils my piss is trying to get the ice cream out of the tub straight from the freezer? I'm needing a hacksaw washed down, though, with Scotland's favourite drink, Iron Brew. Oh, there you go, Dee, one of yours. So, yeah, no. Do you know what I can't stand is those kind of parents when I haven't got any friends with young kids at my age, but it's those kind of people that you see in like a restaurant and they're talking to this like 3 or 4 year old like, oh, daddy would like you to eat that. And I'm like, oh my god, talk to your fucking kid like properly, because it's going to be an absolute
no,
fucking
what
nightmare.
annoys me more is when fucking they go like that to just say his name's Timothy, right? The child's name's Timothy, right? And they go, Timothy, ask mum if mum wants to come with daddy and Timothy to the park. Our fucking name's Fiona. To you. Thank you, mum. It's Fiona to you.
There's
Or parents that call it us, they'll be like, you're with a couple or whatever, and they'll be like, Mummy, do you want a drink? It's like, no, don't call your, that's creepy and it's weird. If my partner called me mummy, I would really have to attack him with knives.
Well, you know they're not having sex if they're referring to each other as mummy and daddy. Danny, have you got any issues with kids and parents? You were going to say something just then.
Well, I mean, when I was a kid, my nanny used to do it to me and my baby cousin. Like, I remember I got sent home from school before for fighting, and she'd be there with our Amy, and she'd be going, Daniel's been a naughty boy. Yes, he has. Tell him off. Tell him off. I'm like, all right, Nana, fuck off. Do you know what I mean? But I tell you what else,
when you say our Amy and they're talking to a baby, it's not your girlfriend, Amy, is it?
Called Amy. That could be very confusing. Shit.
That would have been for some years difference there.
You've got a creepy relationship. You've got a really creepy relationship.
I got a wee bit of Woody Allen get on there.
I know. I have not been to the island, everybody, right?
Danny's Amy is also his adopted daughter.
Yeah.
Well, they do up in Hartlepool.
So I'll tell you what annoys me, right, is when like people use not just the kids, but I hate it when people are like, they're on the phone to you and they bring their missus into the conversation unnecessarily. Like they'll say to me, oh, I'm just with Sarah, Dan. She says hello. What the fuck do you say? Hello. And then that's that. There's fucking nothing else to say after that, is there? Do you know what I mean? I'm like, it would have just been easier not to bring her into the conversation and make it less awkward.
I like this. We hate kids. We hate other people's partners. We hate people that...
We hate other people's children.
This show just brings so much negative energy, doesn't it?
Well, I said, like, it's really weird because once your kid's grown up, like when I go around to people's houses and they've got not like me relative, not me nieces or anything like that, but when they got a baby and they're like, the baby, I'm like, I'm all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like babies. I like babies. I like dogs.
I like
hate fucking human adults. I hate human adults. When somebody said they said our Lizzie was an alien, I hope to fuck I've got royal lineage because I like the alien too. I don't like humans.
I don't mind babies, but I don't like the way that parents feel the need to protect their kind of babies as this kind of more valid human being than anyone else. It's like, no, we all love our kids, but we're all on this earth and we all just need to interact like normal fucking... Your kid isn't any more special.
The thing that used to fuck me off, excuse me, I mean, not today, sorry. Thing that used to piss me off, I used to turn up to like a barbecue or whatever, and because I don't drink that much, they'd be like, we're getting slosh, you look after the kids. And I'm like, no, you're looking after your kids. Half of them are going to drown, the other half are going to be sick, and the remaining none are going to be drunk off their tits. We're going to move on. We're going to move on to one more of Dee's. If you're watching tonight, please share the link, live comment. We'll read out your comments as soon as we can get to them. Dee, another one for you. People who say, I am not a 10. I am not a 10. Are you fucking blind? Now, first things first. Danny, what would you rate yourself out of 10?
I'd probably say a 2. Because I knew if I'd said any higher, you would have took the fucking piss right out of me. So
absolutely. Esther?
10.
What your husband said?
He said a 6.5.
6.5, lovely.
Married, so that's nice.
What would you say?
I would say like a 4.
My fish comment still refers to something nice. You say 4, so Danny says 2. Hang on, I went to Tesco, put my hand on my daughter's shoulder to guide her through the door, and she shouted, "Dad, stop touching me!" And everyone was staring. What's your most outrageous moment with the kids? Oh yeah, we've all got fucking stories like that. Can you remember Little Britain? Exactly. And they did that bit where they'd breastfeed and he'd go, "Bitty, bitty." He'd said that to me at the school gates once, and I was like, "Oh, not until we get home." Danny's a 4.
Oh, thank you, Michelle. That's out of 5.
Oh, Dan, a 6 at least, mate. So Danny said 2. Esther said 4. I say I'm like with Esther. See, look, Michelle. D's a 10. D, go for it.
Listen to me very carefully, fellow humans, right? I slipped out my mum's vagina. There was a ray of sunshine. I walked into the house and it just lit up like Jesus, right? Honestly, everywhere I went, everyone was just in awe. They used to look in my pram and were startled by the absolute gorgeous awesomeness, right? And see now, I just think what the problem is, I'm that fucking hot, no one wants to touch it.
Well, there you go. They're too scared.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
I love Steve's confidence. I really do love it because there's not
It's
many
not
people
confidence, babe. It's called natural beauty.
that.
I'm just
and that as well.
People just being that scared of Dee because she's a 10 and they're kissing her and they go to put their hand down there. Get the fuck off, even the vagina talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It's already got teeth, mate. It's that film, Teeth,
Yeah.
about Dee. Danny, what would you say Amy was?
Amy's a 10. She's got to be
You
a
know,
10.
Andrew. Dan's an 8 in his gym shorts.
We do MMA together, me and Andy.
There you go.
Yeah. And we
Esther,
roll
what would you rate
together.
hubby?
We won't get into any more detail.
Bloody hell, that's
What
what
was
it been. The thought of a swollen badge. Esther, what would you rate the hubby? This is my favourite marriage ever.
I would say he's quite good looking. I'd say he's an 8.
He called
he
you a
said you were-
6.5.
Yeah, and he said 6.5 for you.
I'd have put him in the board and gave him a 2.
I'm a smoking 13.5. Fuck your 10s. Well done, Gemma.
Yes,
This is exactly the same school of thought that D comes from. It's weird, isn't it? Because like Danny said straight away, he was going to say 2 because he didn't want to say anything higher because he thought we'd take the piss. And yet D's like, I mean, I probably would have because that's the kind of
I wouldn't
person
have
I
taken
am.
the piss, Danny. I'd have went, on you go, my son. If you don't think you're 10, who else is going to?
Exactly, yeah. I would never say.
Mrs. D, if I'm honest with you.
I mean, personality-wise, I'd say like 8, 9.
Yeah.
Like, but looks-wise, I'd be like, I'm way down.
What about the other 1% of my personality? Please.
That's Karen. I don't know whether you met her. She goes to the shops quite a lot.
Karen. What's the Karen thing all about?
It's a middle-aged white woman that kicks off and asks for the manager at shops.
I do sometimes, yeah, I suppose, yeah. So you're right.
You'd be Colin. You'd be Colin or Karen. That's me. Kick him in the balls. I'll give you £2. Oh, there you go, Esther. There you go. This is good. So we all see such different scales. I'd like to be interested to see what you think. We had that Gemma saying she was a 13.5. I like that. 13.5. Got to put the 0.5 in there. Fantastic. We're going to move on. If you're watching at home, please share the link. We can get more viewers. You can also live comment. Put your Joan, stop it, Joan. No, I honestly, I don't feel bad. I am what I am, and it's fine.
Hang on.
People always say this about me.
Stop putting yourself down, Chris. Me too.
Yeah.
Danny.
This is good.
Danny,
People who ask questions and then answer it. Danny, tell me about that. But first, I'll tell you my story about that question.
Go on then. Go on then.
Did you get the joke?
No,
You're welcome.
It annoys me though, because people like, I'll be at the bar with my mate and he'll say, like, I'll be going to the bar and he'll go, are you going to the bar, yeah? I'm like, well yeah, you just fucking said yes. You answered your own question, you dickhead. Do you know what I mean? Yes, I am going to the bar. So, like, what is the point in asking a question in the first place when I know that you're going to fucking answer it?
Oh, hang on. I'm a Harry Potter 9 3/4. Looks like every train being over the tracks in my face. Woohoo, Trisha! Don't know whether that was putting herself down or my late husband was a 10 all the way. Oh, I lost my husband on Christmas Day. Just gone. He was 53. I wish he was still with me. Oh,
God bless you, Rosemary.
Oh, he sounded. I would like to have met him if he was a 10. I'd have probably given him one. So if men measured their looks by the size of their penis, I'd be an 8.5. Of course you would, Colin. Of course you would. So Danny, yeah. So people that answer their own questions before they give you chance fucks you off. Any more examples of that, Danny?
Not really. It was just the only one I thought of, but there are.
Mate. Well done.
It does happen a lot. It does happen a lot.
Got any experience with this shit?
No, but I mean, I guess it's those people that also finish your sentences. They kind of go in the same bracket, don't they? So you're talking and then they finish.
Well, Danny? No. Oh no. Carry on. Yeah. Go on.
I think it's awful when people do it to people who have a stutter.
She's on fire.
Oh, we've said this before when we were like, let me finish that for you.
I know, it's like, why bloody hell? They just need you to sit there and absorb their own fucking thought process.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what my mum today. My mum was like, "You got a dog? You got a dog? Yes, you got a dog, didn't you? You got a dog. Are you mad? Yes, you are. Fuck off."
I didn't even answer. Jen Dark, cheers, guys. Can I get a 30th birthday shout out, please? Happy 30th birthday, Jen. Jen, 10. Look at that. This is the thing with mums, though, isn't it? My mum doesn't listen to anything I say. She just chats shit and then doesn't answer anything that you're talking about. But I'm going to be skint by Christmas for all the fines I get for not wearing a mask. Gets my goat. Yeah, mask gate. We're all in different parts of the country, all affecting people differently. Dee, how's it in Scotland?
See if I hear one more person, it's like, listen, my friend, put it into perspective, because I was one of those people, not because I just don't like getting told what to do any time in life.
Yeah.
Right? So that's all it was. It was nothing about, do I think that Pizzagate and Pedogate and all that, just don't know. But I don't know what that's got to do with the mask. But anyway, I was in and I put the mask on, and somebody, my friend went, "I'm a fucking nurse. I'm doing 12-hour shifts up in these suits, in these visors, in this mask. 10 minutes in Tesco's to get your mince is a little to ask for." And I went, "Do you know what? You're totally right. I'll wear it."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was it.
I went out wearing mine yesterday. Like, you're better off just wearing them. Nobody can say anything. Just the way it is going forward. This is the new normal. Just think that you're in fucking Japan or China. People ask your advice and spend half an hour arguing the toss that you're wrong. Why ask? Exactly, Melanie. Now we're going to go on to another one of yours, Esther. That's all right, Jen. Esther, what don't you like about passive-aggressive judges? What gets on your tits? And what experience have you got with these kind of people?
You know, there's people that they'll lure you into a conversation and get you to kind of moan about something, and then when you moan about it, they'll go, "Oh, really? Yeah, I don't really have a problem with it." And you're just like, okay, so it's now left with me looking like the arsehole who's complaining, and you looking really. They go, "Oh, you okay? Yeah, no, I'm fine. Are you sure you're okay? Oh, do you know what? The kids doing my head in. I'm really upset because, I've lost work through comedy. Blah, blah, blah. Really? Because I'm really enjoying lockdown and everything's going really well for me. So that's really weird. Like, you must have like a massive personality flaw to be feeling down right now." And you're like, why did you fucking lure me into that? You could have just said hello, and that was it.
People baiting you to say stuff that then they can react to. Danny, any issues with this?
Well, yeah, it's just ridiculous. Why even speak in the first place? Do you know what I mean? It's like you might as well just get them back by saying, "Oh, do you want to come round my house for a cup of tea? Yeah, that'd be lovely." Bang, there's a fucking punch in the face. Do you know what I mean? It's like
very aggressive, Daniel. Honestly,
yeah, I just don't think that's very fair.
That's my family. That's my family all over. What they do is they phone you and they ask you for your advice, right? And then you'll say, "Aye, well, I think you should do that. Aye, you're right. Your Wayne has been an arsehole. My Wayne's not an arsehole." And you're like, "You just fucking spent half an hour shouting about how they've not tidied their room, how they do fuck all for you. Your back's breaking. You're sick of them. You're due to throw them out the house. But hold on a minute, they're not an arsehole." Forgot I missed the memo.
Oh, do you know what? I can't wait to meet you. I can't wait to meet your kids. Now you're 3 dogs and you're like gangster family. I'm probably never going to meet alive.
There will be a reality show about Dee very, very soon. If people want
absolutely.
Or even if it's
listen, MD that's listening that wants to do a reality show, you'll need to sponsor my house for carpets, curtains.
There will be a reality show. It'll be called Crime Watch, and we'll all be on it.
We've already been on that 20 times. There we go. We're going to move on. Watched you this morning about your star sign. Amazing, Dee. I'm a nurse. You made me smile for the first time in a long time. Star signs. I can't even get started on that shit. Dee, has yours changed?
No, it fucking hasn't. I was born a Taurus. If you can identify as the Eiffel Tower, I identify as a Taurus for the rest of my fucking life.
Yeah.
Mine hasn't changed, so I'm all right.
I don't know what's gone on with this star sign thing. Someone's just.
They've just felt like that. They've just felt like that. All right, they're not really buying the baby burgers from McDonald's. Or do you know what? They don't think that Trump's actually God. You know what? Let's fuck them right up. Look, I'll tell you, God, Allah, Krishna, all sitting round going, let's fuck them right up. I'm sick of this fish.
I love the way that you've got to smoke a roll up in order to fucking get your own back on them. Do you know what I mean?
Who's that? Harry Krishna. Anyway, we're going to crack on with the next topic. We're going to go to one. If you can share the link, that'd be fantastic for us. You can also donate, but your live comments are fantastic tonight, so keep them coming. I'll read them out as I can get to them.
I want to have a ringtone on my phone.
I don't even know what's going on. This is what happened last week, isn't it? When I went here, let's get yourselves in order, you people. D, people who say he was always a nice boy, but
he was always a nice boy before he murdered 6 of the neighbours. No, he wasn't. He killed 4 of his hamsters. And I seen him kick your dog. I seen him terrorise your child. I seen him dangle you out the window when you threatened to take his PS4. He was always a psycho, Mary. Always.
This is the thing, isn't it? Unfortunately, when people...
How many serial killers do you live near, Dee?
They all live in Glasgow or Ayrshire. That's where they all live. That's where they are born.
Because she survived there for all these years.
Exactly. She's the head of the gangster gang. I feel sorry for people
I'm going to have the real gangsters in my area at my door going, listen, I thought you'd retired. Please take all that and take me out.
And I'll take all your sponsorship. I love Iron Brew, me. Love it. Love it.
I love Iron Brew.
Bring it on.
I'll stop the road there if you sponsor me, Iron Brew.
Yeah, I'm just
drinking my
Prosecco. And this is it with he was nice. It always happens when people pass on or they do something heinous. People are always like Dee said, oh, he was great, and you're like, he fucking wasn't.
Mind that time he was feeding the lambs and he was clapping them. That was before he slaughtered 6 walking.
Yeah, but don't you find
it could be a woman as well.
Yeah,
but we've got a lot of that going on with the comedy industry at the moment, like with all the sex pests that are being outed. But the amount of people that come out and gone, well, they were always nice to me. It's like, well, that's great. But they clearly weren't nice.
Yeah, but those people tend to not get many gigs who say it was nice to me. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I like that's my favourite thing in comedy, when somebody goes, oh, is this person a good comedian? And you'll go, oh, he's a lovely guy.
Yeah.
And then don't answer the comedy thing. If you ever hear that in any stage of your life, in any job, it means they're shit at their job, but they are lovely. So if you want them as a friend, that's fantastic. If you want them to be funny or do a good job. Somebody's put, what about Jimmy Savile? We had Jimmy Savile commemorated in Bristol on our empty plinth this week. Somebody put it up there.
Oh yes, I saw that.
Yeah, we got an where they pulled Edward Colston's statue off. So that was a symbol of Bristol, but obviously slavery as well. So in the meantime, the plinth is just sat there empty. So earlier this week, end of last week, somebody put up a mannequin dressed as Jimmy Savile with a T-shirt on that said, "If Carlsberg did rapists," and pointing to his face. So he was up there for a bit, and then they replaced it with the girl yesterday, January. She's been taken down today.
We just need an update every week about the fucking people that are going to be up every week in Bristol. It's just so.
Can I say that plinth in Bristol is a little bit like the Sugar Babes? Everyone's going to get a turn to be there. Everyone's going to get a turn to be there. You know how the Sugar Babes, there was a different member every 4 days.
Do a Get to My Goat one.
We'll all have a go. On there. It's fine. We were talking about these people that have obviously done heinous crimes that we think are good. We've all got. I always remember my friend was going out with this girl, and she had a son, right? And every photo, he was only about 8, but every photo is in it like this. And me and my other friends all sat there and go, he's going to kill somebody when he's older, because it was an inherently built in inside him. He looked like a psycho in every. He might as well have been holding an axe, going,
yeah,
because that's what he's going to do when he's older. We all know people like this.
It is inspiring for producers for horror films, though. Do you know what I mean? People need to see photos like that in order to make good horror movies. So I suppose there is good use for those type of photographs, isn't there?
Right, we're going to move on to one of Danny's subjects. If you're watching at home, please share the links so we can get more viewers. You can also join in live with your comments. I'll read them out as when I get them. And you can also donate if you can possibly afford to do so. Danny, people who feel the need to join in with your conversation now, I will just say quickly, I have been known to do this.
No, it's like I was at the pub, right, the other night, and my mate wants a new van, right? So he was telling me that he wants a new van, and he's saying what type of van he wants, this, that, and the other. And then this bloke just shouts over, "Oh, I've got a mate who's selling a van. I'll ring him now." So he fucking rang his mate, like, without our consent, that my mate actually wanted the van. And I was like, "Mate, don't fucking ring your friend." I said, "You know what I mean?" I said, "You haven't consulted him about the van." And he was trying to fucking sell his mate's van, like, just by interrupting our conversation. I'm like, how about you just mind your own fucking business in the first place? Do you know what I mean? And then just look on the Facebook page that, you know, my mates put up, "I'm looking for a van," and then fucking comment. But because he doesn't know you, it's a bit fucking weird.
Danny, sometimes people are just trying to be nice. What's your fucking problem?
Yeah, I do get that, but I just, like, I don't know. I just did. It was a bit weird as well, you know.
I have been known to join in. People, like, if you're in a lift or something and somebody's talking about something, you're like, "Oh, I need to tell you something about that," or, "Oh, let me help you out a bit there. Oh, where's good to eat around here? Oh, let me tell you."
I do get your point, though, sometimes, Karis, because there's times I've been in a lift and it's like, you know, going to the top floor and you're in a hotel and there's a few of you and you're stood around and you're all just looking at each other. And I was in a lift before and this woman just looked at me and she just went, she started laughing. That there was nothing funny about it, but she just didn't like the silence, you know.
2 out of 10. But you can't tell me if you're in a lift full of people and somebody goes, "Oh, I wonder where the nearest Starbucks is," and you know where the nearest Starbucks is, you're not going to say anything. She inviting in. That's me, Lydia. I do apologise. I always do that. Esther, have you ever done this or ever had this problem?
No.
You've never joined into somebody's conversation. I can imagine women.
I haven't joined in someone's conversation, but I have noticed. So I do a lot of comedy work with another act, and she wears, because she's practicing Muslim, she wears a headscarf. And I have noticed that when we're on public transport, I always like a beer on the way back from a gig, and people just see us having a laugh and we're laughing together and chatting on the way back from a gig, and I'm holding a beer, and you can just see people looking at the dynamic between us, like, what is this? What is going on here? Why are they laughing? Why is one drinking? Why is one sat with the other one? And so we always find that people kind of just edge closer to us and want to get involved and ask questions. And that's the only time I've really found. Yeah,
I'm
people
surprised
just
nobody's ever said anything. We did each other in London, did you?
Yeah, we have been asked a few surprising questions, but that's the only time coming back from gigs together where sorry, you some kind of lesbian. Are you Lebanese? No, I'm Lebanese. I'm not Lebanese.
Love Lebanese.
So no, that's the only.
That's right.
Yeah,
Dee, have you ever joined in anybody's conversation or had it? I can't imagine anybody's interrupted yours.
All the fucking time, man. I'm a attention-seeking bitch, man. If somebody's holding court and I'm not in the conversation, I'm going to put that like a ninja. And what he's talking about blue scarves, I know you can get great blue scarves. Even when I'm walking down, see that even now, I'm worse now because I've not got the same communication, I've not got the stage, and I feel as if people just want to hear something funny every day, and some of them don't. Some of them are suicidal. You know what I mean? Some of them don't want to laugh at life. They just want to fuck off.
And there's always that thing where you do speak to somebody and they look at you as if you are the psycho murderer, and you're like, "I'm just trying to help you. I don't want to."
No, I get it when people are trying to help. But this guy didn't even consult me, mate, before he said, "Can you buy me fucking mate's van?" He hadn't even seen the van. You know what I mean?
Yeah. London's the worst because no one talks to each other. So when you leave London and you go somewhere else and people will say things like, "Oh, hello," you're just like, "You're a crackhead, back the fuck off." And then you're like, no, it's just people being, "No, I'm not in London."
You cannot come here. You cannot come here. See, in Scotland, we get a bad name for sticking the head in people, but that's why, because people like you come and be an ignorant cow, so we have to fucking wrap the nut in you.
This is another thing. another sort of spring off to this is the fact that we're all comedians, and our job, like I listen to a lot of people's conversations. Somebody mentioned it there about having like finding comedy. Oh yeah, how many jokes have come out from listening and commenting on other people's conversations? So as comedians, we've got it in our. I'm in the toilets and I'm listening. I'm out in the cloakroom and I'm listening. I'm out in the car park and I'm listening. So then sometimes I join in. Dee, love you lot. You made my day. You're amazing. Lost my mum. Oh, you've made me so happy seeing you. Love you, bitch tits. Oh, there we go. There we go. We're going to move on. We're going to go on to another one of Esther's. Join us live now or share the link for us. You can comment on us as well, and we can put them up along the bottom and I'll read them out. Esther, competitive parents. Are you one of those?
No, it just gets on my nerves, and people just have to try and outdo you all the time. And you're like, I didn't even realise we're in a competition. I didn't know that was happening. They're like, oh. I actually had it even when I was gigging with another comedian, and I said, well, yeah, it's been lovely to see everyone, but I'm going to go because my boys got swimming at like 8:30 in the morning. And the other comedian went, what level's your son at? Because my son's like really good at swimming. And I was like, okay, well, good for you. And off I went. But I was just like, it's that thing of like, I'm just going to compete through every little, I mean, you know.
It makes a difference if you've just got shit kids. Like if you had kids that you were proud of. My son won an award once at school, and it said Callum Bush awarded for being the person most likely to nap in history. And I was so proud. And I was like, I've still got it. I found it the other day. And I was like, oh my God, he won an award for being the person that's going to go asleep in history. Well done, son. I am so proud.
That makes him unique. I love that.
Exactly. This is what I like. I'm not a competitive parent.
Well, you'd have to have an exceptional kid to be a competitive team.
That's what I'm saying. So have we just all got shit?
No, I think when you're somebody who doesn't, you're probably right, Caris, but it was when you don't have these expectations that my kid's going to be reading Nietzsche by the age of 8. I'm like, no. As long as they're healthy and happy and get out at the age of 18 and get a job, I'm happy.
See, I've been watching that Athlete A on Netflix, which is fucking horrific.
Oh my God.
But you look at those kids in gymnastics and how much training and stuff they do. And you always look at, like, whether it's gymnastics or music or whatever else, are they enjoying themselves? I don't. How many of these kids love to do this?
None of my kids, I let them try stuff and all that, right? But see, honestly, my oldest is very clever, right? And I'm not trying to blow her trumpet. She got really good grades. And mother of 7, I definitely don't need to be
7.
Certainly not, man.
Agnes, you deserve that name there. 7. How are you still alive? Sorry.
I missed the end of D's there. D, what did you say?
Sorry.
No, I'm just saying my daughter get the Commandant Cup, which is the highest award at the school. And I did feel like I kept putting up at first, but you know what? My children, I've never, because I said to my daughter, do you want to be my other daughter, like the headmaster mentioned, oh, you've got big shoes to follow. And my other daughter was like, I could see her going, fuck off.
That's nasty.
But you know what? Not get big shoes to fill because she's a completely different entity, and I cannot. Look at my boy. My boy's been signed for Celtic. Yes, that's right. Because since he was 2, you've had him in a Celtic top and on that pitch when the rest of his friends were eating lollipops.
All these mothers of 6. Her daughter has 7 kids
Scotland,
as well.
Scotland, babe. I like them big.
I've stupidly clicked on the live comments by accident, and I just saw somebody's asked if I had gender reassignment surgery.
What?
No.
Are you joking? I missed that comment. Jim, find that one and put it up.
I literally just by accident clicked on it.
Just wait a minute.
Find that one and put it up. Let's see
we'll
what that is.
We'll not be laughing that shit off. Don't ever say that about my pal again, and I'll come and kick in your cock or your fanny or whatever you've got.
I can't see it. You sure? You sure that's not your husband just text messaging you? Oh, Esther was a nice boy.
It's my husband's
Colin.
She's got a
Esther was a nice boy.
Bigger than yours.
I wish
I will find them Liam Neeson style.
It's Colin. Hang on, look, I'll put it up.
It's Colin. There we go.
I'll rip your beard up and feed it to you.
And she'll swing off it.
She's going to come and kill you.
Swing off your wheel, yeah, and tap you on my cunt.
We're talking about competitive
You know,
parents,
no,
right?
you know
What the fuck?
those stories, carriers.
What's going on?
You know,
Right.
no, I just want to say this. You know those face app things where you can turn into a man?
You do look the
Yeah.
same.
I look.
No, you're a fit man. I would have pumped you.
I know.
As a guy.
I know.
Your husband getting you a cup of tea or another glass of wine?
Yeah, I would literally. I was like, yeah. If I saw, when you see me, I'll put it up. But the picture of me as a man, I was like, God, that was a bit of a mistake, wasn't it? Should have been a bloke.
You know talk shows and that we had Jerry Springer, and that was a fest one for people to kick off. I can't wait to see if we had a fucking D Maxwell one, because that would just be like fucking talk show / fucking UFC.
Oh, wouldn't be allowed them anymore, would we? It'd be brilliant if we had stuff like that on TV now. Wouldn't be fucking allowed them in this day and age. We cover all the fucking topics. Right, anyway, time is getting away from us. I was going to say, I wish my mum was a bit more pushy, because I wanted to go. I did dancing when I was little, and I really wanted to go to Sylvia Young Theatre School in London. But my mum wasn't a competitive, pushy parent, so I never went. So every year, when the Olivier Awards are announced in London for obviously Theatreland, I have to remind my mum that it's another year that I haven't won an Olivier Award because she never sent me to Sylvia Young's theatre school.
It's completely her fault.
There is a downside as well. I tell you what I think's hilarious is when you see parents who are trying to be pushy parents and their kids are dancers, because you can clearly see that the kid just does not want to be there, and they're saying how amazing their kid is, and their kid's just doing the dance moves going, and they're just fucking ruining the show. Do you know what I mean? Like if I had a kid, right? If I had a child, I'd probably want him to be good at like karate or UFC or something like that. And if he was in a competition and the other kid beat the shit out of them, I would go up to the kid and I'd say, "Well done, son." Give him a sly elbow, but I'd still admit that my fucking kid wasn't the best. Do you know what I mean?
We'll leave on this about
my kids self-raising.
How many of us have had to sit through like shit nativities, shit dance shows, shit karate displays in our lifetime?
You'll get that to come, Danny, hopefully.
My mum was clearly a parent, because I was like, "Mum, I'm going to be Rudolph. I'm going to be Rudolph in the nativity. I'm going to be Rudolph." And I basically stood there with lipstick on my nose while everyone sang Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. She was like, "You fucking got me out of work for that." You know what I mean? So never expected me to be in show business, if I'm honest with you.
We found a film the other day, and I was watching it, and Carl was there. He was only about 4 or 5, and every time the songs come on, he was just like, and then occasionally it goes,
"No, wait till I tell you this. Cruz did at the talent show. It was Michael Jackson, right? And I went to show it to his friend. That stop showing my friend that did a pedo dance."
Anyway,
so funny.
We're going to end on that. Always a good end on a pedo reference. This was Gets My Goat. Danny, have you got anything to promote this week, please?
Yeah, I've got the Many Faces of Danny Poe still. That's every Wednesday, so tune in for that. And, that's it, really.
Fabulous. Esther, what have you got coming up?
Just drawn together with my co-host Lily Phillips on Wednesday.
Fabulous. Dee, what have you got coming up to promote?
I have got the Late Show with Monica. Oh, I'm on Zoom to Groom on Saturday night. Online dating show. Zoom to Groom. 10 p.m.
I thought that was like
many tens on
then. It's groom as in wedding, isn't it?
Zoom. What did you say, Danny?
I bet there won't be many tens. You'll piss that.
But there won't be anybody good enough for you, Dee.
Absolutely.
So you're on that on Saturday.
I'm on that on Saturday. Wait show Sunday. On with you on Monday.
Cool. And I'm back tomorrow with Spouting Nonsense. Back with Dee on Monday and back here again next Thursday. You guys have been commenting the shit out of tonight, and we appreciate every single one of them, even the gender reference ones. This is Gets My Goat. I hope you have the rest of a good week. Enjoy the lovely weekend. Bye-bye, everybody.
See ya.